First at 5 o'clock, 6 Green Country people have recently pleaded guilty to major tax crimes, some involving stealing millions of dollars from area businesses. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lori Fulbright.
And I'm Craig Day. Tax day is now a week away, and the IRS tells News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter most people pay their taxes, but some will lie on purpose to avoid paying and to cover up criminal activity. Reagan?
Craig and Lori, the IRS and U.S. Attorney's Office tell me they're not going after the people who make a minor mistake on their W-2. They're going after the people who try to cheat the system and who create tons of victims by doing so. Christopher Altimas is the special agent in charge of 70 IRS criminal investigators who work high-profile tax crimes in Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma.
I think a lot of times people look at tax crimes as victimless crimes, right? It's just the government's money and who's really being impacted by this. But as you see in a lot of these different cases, those embezzled funds are coming from a business owner, right? Those employment taxes that aren't being paid in many ways are creating an unfair advantage for that business over somebody who's legitimate.
Philip Albert from Tulsa pleaded guilty to not paying more than $1 million in income taxes. Christine Fletcher admitted to embezzling around $2 million from her employer by using an account in the name of the victim's dead wife. Paul Bowker admitted to not paying $3.5 million in income tax withholdings while working as the CFO for a nonprofit. Tracy Wyburn admitted to embezzling $600,000 from a healthcare company where he worked. Donald White from Adair pleaded guilty to not paying employment taxes for his business. A Jinx woman, Lauren Owen, pleaded guilty to embezzling nearly $1 million from her employer, then used the money to buy cars and a yacht.
What happens with small businesses especially is that if individuals are not paying their payroll taxes, they end up having an unfair competitive advantage against the small business down the street that's doing everything right.
Altimas says his team investigates crimes involving money, and by following the money, they can dismantle the whole operation.
Like anything else, anytime there's new technology and new ways of transferring money, there's always a criminal element that's finding ways to exploit that.
In Tulsa, Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.